Welcome, this is Aaron Scheidies, world champion triathlete and Paralympian, and today I'm back with another TRX session. We're here at the Sports Science and Performance Center at the Lakeshore Foundation, and we have a special guest, Chad E. Foster. Chad is a world-renowned keynote speaker and entrepreneur, and he's also blind.
Thanks for having me, Aaron. Great being here with you.
Yeah, so Chad, I got a couple questions for you.
Sure.
So you've used the TRX before, and a little bit. What's your favorite part of the TRX?
My favorite part about the TRX is how portable it is. So I travel a lot for work as a keynote speaker, but not having to worry about when I'm in a hotel, finding the gym, where's the piece of equipment that I need, how do I locate all the things that I need to get to, and whether that's in my hotel, or maybe it's hard for people watching this video to get to a gym. Maybe it's hard for them to get a ride. Maybe it's not convenient for them to get where they need to go. It's very portable. You can throw it in a backpack. You can keep it in your house. You can hang it on a door frame. It goes anywhere. It's very lightweight. It's very portable. And so there's really no reason why you can't exercise anywhere and everywhere.
Why do you think it's important to really bring fitness and wellness to the forefront for the blind and visually impaired community?
Well, I think a lot of them don't really have options, or feel like that they don't have options. Like I said, maybe it's transportation. We live here in the United States in particular, where public transit's not so easy. You go overseas to Europe and there's a lot of public transportation options there. Here in the US, that really isn't the case. A lot of it involves driving. Being blind, we don't really drive all that well. At least I don't anymore. My driving's not what it used to be. So having that option to exercise and hold yourself accountable and to do a little bit of work towards bettering yourself. The way that I look at it, my exercise for me is very important. It's the way that I pay myself before I pay the rest of the world. And so what I mean by that is, I have to wake up every day and go to work. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm an employee, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm all these things, but getting up and taking care of myself first is very important because it gets me in the right headspace to do what I need to do for the rest of the day. So if you've ever flown and been on a plane, you'll know they'll say, hey, look, if cabin pressure drops, then make sure you secure your mask before you help other people. And that's true for all of us. We need to secure our mask, and I don't mean on the plane, of course that's true, but I'm talking metaphorically speaking, when we're trying to show up to be a better father, a better husband, a better employee, a better citizen. We have to take care of ourselves.
In better words than I can ever say, he basically said that the TRX will make you independent because you'll no longer have the barriers of transportation, the accessibility barriers, and the low cost of the TRX will also just make everyone in the blind vision impaired community independent.
Absolutely. Let's empower ourselves.
Well, with that, Chad, let's start with today's exercise and see if I can teach you something new.
I'd love it. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, we're gonna do the TRX Power Pull. For this exercise, the starting position is gonna be standing facing the anchor. Your TRX straps are gonna be about mid-length, and your feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart, and holding both TRX handles in one hand with your elbow bent at 90 degrees, and your opposite hand, your free hand, is gonna be straight out in front of you, shoulder height, pointing directly at the TRX anchor. So you're ready to do the movement. The movement is that Chad is gonna lean back, let his arm straighten, and the arm that's straight is gonna point down to the floor. He's gonna rotate his trunk back, keeping his feet on the floor planted, and then you're gonna pull back through those TRX handles and pull back all the way to your hand is directed back up to the TRX anchor. That's the TRX Power Pull. The next exercise is the TRX rollout combined with the chest press. So the starting position for this exercise is Chad's gonna be standing facing away from the TRX anchor. You're gonna the straps are gonna be a little bit closer to the long length, okay? And he's gonna come out so his arms are straight out in front of him, about shoulder height. He's got holding the TRX handles, palms down. Your feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart or a little less if you want it, okay? And the TRX rollout, what he's gonna do basically is let his arms raise above his head towards about eye level or maybe top of the head level, push down through these TRX handles using his lat muscles to get himself back up. So his body is going to lean into it. Do that one more time. So lean into it. His bracing his core. He's leaning into it. Comes back to starting position, which is right out in front of him, arms about shoulder height. And then he's going to go into the chest press, where he's going to lean his chest forward within the TRX handles and push himself back up. Basically like a push-up standing, with the TRX being your pushing point. Okay, so let's combine that, Chad. So you're going to go up, the TRX roll out, push down through those handles, and you go chest forward, leaning into the chest press, push, push, and then back to starting position. Key to this exercise is you don't want the straps on your arms. You want the elbows, so you don't want the arms kind of within your shoulder width. You want just outside shoulder width, elbows bent, and the TRX strap should not be rubbing onto your arms. All right, next we're going to do a TRX Clock lunge. So the starting position for the TRX Clock lunge, you're going to be standing facing the anchor. Your TRX straps are going to be about mid-length, holding the TRX handles, one in each hand, and elbows bent about 90 degrees, kind of relaxed in the arms. Your feet are going to be, you can start them at shoulder width apart, but you want to get the standing leg that you're going to use to be in line facing the TRX anchor. And basically what we're going to be doing is a lunge to different angles of the clock. So you're going to start at 12 o'clock, which would be straight ahead towards the TRX anchor. Chad's going to extend, do a little squat your butt down a little bit, push down through that heel, and come on back up. So he's extending his leg and his foot out, pointing his toe. Now go out to about 2 o'clock, out to the side a little bit. There you go. Now you go straight out to the side to 3 o'clock. Good. Sit your butt back just like you're doing. And now you're in about to 4 o'clock. There you go. Oh, you don't have to go that low. So
it's pretty low.
Keep your chest kind of upright quite a bit, not too lean forward. Now you're going to go straight back to 6 o'clock. There you go. And now he's going to reach behind himself back to about 7 o'clock, and then come on back up. The really important part about this exercise is that you're always pushing down through your heel and your standing leg, and it kind of exploding to activate those glute muscles and come back up to standing. So wrapping it all up, a few really important things to remember for the TRX. Again, you want to keep tension on that TRX. You can also make it harder or easier based upon whether the straps are longer or how far you are away from the TRX anchor, or how close you are to the TRX anchor, because this exercise equipment is meant for everyone, elite athletes to complete amateurs. So just remember that when you're doing exercises with the TRX, you can modify the exercises based upon your level of fitness and strength. Chad, is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I just want to point out that oftentimes the hardest step when you're doing something like this is the first step. And so take that first step, really lean into it, and find out how much happier, more confident, and more successful you can be. Because I've found that when you go and you exercise regularly, it releases endorphins, and those endorphins make you happier. And when you're happier, you become more confident. When you become more confident, you become more successful. So take that first step on empowering yourself so that you can reach your full potential.
Thanks, Chad. I think we're both addicted to endorphins, which is a good thing.
There are worse things, right?
Yes. Thanks so much for tuning in.